Was that awesome or what? We're gonna sort of role play. I'm gonna be playing the seller. Ed's gonna be playing obviously a broker here who has been, he's vetted me as a seller. I've asked him to come and present, right? So at this point, we're not gonna do the comps because we've kind of figured out the pricing. You're just gonna show me the value prop in the actual listing presentation. Is that correct?
Exactly. You know, and that's kind of the most important part. We want to show our clients what kind of value we can offer them, right? So, I mean, we can just jump right into it. And I know for some of the newer agents who probably haven't actually done a listing appointment yet, we'll kind of role play like the beginning stages so you can see like the proper etiquette as how to come in and things like that and set up for the appointment, right? So you take notice of it and you know you bring it out through the tour. So anything positive you can bring it out. You don't have to bring out the negatives at that point, especially in the beginning. Just focus on the positive things and just keep moving forward.
Now, do you ask any other lifestyle questions like, hey, what made you pick this house? Do you ever talk about that? Or
yeah, so it's going to be recorded. So you want to ask questions like, what made you fall in love with this house?
Right.
And asking them things as far as like, what kind of improvements have you done? And all of those type of questions as you're doing the tour. And trying to build a little bit of rapport at the same time. I usually wait to get to the meat and potatoes when I sit down. I don't want to start doing that because it becomes too informal. Okay. And then I have to go back to my conversation. So perfect. I wait before I get into the actual like, well, so why are you selling? I don't get into that until we're done with the tour. Okay. So then once we're done with the tour, then we sit down and now it becomes more of a formal conversation.
Wonderful. So we've done the tour, you've taken your notes, we come back to the dining table, we sit down, right? Mm-hmm. Let's take the lead.
All right, let's have a seat and let's talk about a little bit more about you. Why don't you, when we talked on the phone, yeah. Rafa, you mentioned that you were relocating.
Yes, I'm moving to Florida.
Okay, nice.
Hurricane season.
And what's got you out there moving to Florida?
A job. I just work from home, so I figured nicer weather.
And what kind of line of work are you in?
HR.
HR? Okay. And how do you like that?
Don't like it.
Don't like it? But it pays the bills, right?
It pays the bills. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm glad that you had me over today, and I'm definitely looking forward to working with you. So aside from now I know why you're moving because of your job. What do you think needs to happen in order for us to make this a smooth transition?
Yeah, I mean, I have a place over there already, and I don't want to carry 2 mortgages, and I'm not comfortable leaving this place vacant. So I just need to sell it quickly and for as much money as possible.
Got it. Okay. And what do you think is going to be the most important process?
Well, I am going to be traveling back and forth, so I just want something that's pretty hands-off. I just want to trust someone, and then I just want to get the job done. So communication is pretty important for me, but I don't want to be bothered every 5 minutes. So I need an expert who knows what they're doing, and again, who can navigate through these multiple offers that I've been hearing about and everything.
Okay. Yeah, and then thank you first of all for sharing that with me. And that's exactly what me and my team are going to provide. Our goal is to make sure you have a nice, seamless transition and get you to that next stage in your life and down to Florida as soon as possible.
Perfect.
Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
So let me tell you a little bit about myself. Okay. I know we talked briefly on the phone.
Yeah, just full disclosure, I'm interviewing a couple other brokers as well.
Okay. And where do I fall in that line?
I mean, there's one more person after you. It's probably going to be this evening.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. So I'm part of a real estate team called the Kamar Group. Okay. And I personally have been in the real estate business for 13 years. Now, we're a top 1% team in Chicago, okay? And to kind of put that in perspective, we rank, out of 40,000 agents, we rank 20 out of 40,000 agents.
Wow, right? That's in Chicago?
That's in Illinois, 40,000 agents in Illinois. And we've sold close to $500 million in real estate to date. Wow. Last year, over $100 million alone, okay? And, I don't say this to brag. What I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you to understand that we've created systems in place so that we can streamline the sale of your home, because we've sold so many homes, thousands of homes over the years, okay? Our mission, Rafe, is to sell your home for top dollar, do it in the least amount of time, and with the least amount of hassle. okay?
Okay.
And tonight, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm gonna do that by using our team system, okay? Our customer programs and our innovative technology. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Now, when you bought this home, Rafi, how was your experience?
I mean, I found the house online. I saw 2 houses, and this was the second one I spent an offer on.
Got it, okay. And would you say it was a good experience, bad experience?
I found the house. I mean, it was okay.
Nothing
experience.
special?
No, nothing special.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have done it myself, I guess. I mean, I did everything myself.
Gotcha.
Which is why I'm looking for someone who knows what they're doing and kind of take in charge, because I don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah, and the reason why I ask that is because when I ask that question to a lot of the sellers that I meet with, I get a lot of mixed reviews, and a lot of times the comments are pretty negative.
Right.
They've had bad experiences with agents in the past.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, usually it boils down to this list of 21 things that happens during the transaction.
I will tell you that I feel like I could have saved more money, which is why it's even more important for you to get me more money, because I feel like my broker didn't negotiate hard enough.
Yeah, yeah, and that's good, because that's what we are. We're expert negotiators, right?
Okay.
And like I said, it usually boils down to this top 21 list, but more importantly, it usually ends up being either poor communication or the home just doesn't sell. So what we've done is we created our, what we like to call a no strings attached cancellation policy. And so what that does, it kind of puts you in power, right? So you're not getting locked into this long-term contract for 6, 12 months,
Okay.
feeling obligated to work with us. I don't want you to feel like you're in a relationship that you don't like.
Okay.
You know, I want us to have a good working relationship. So at any time, Rafi, if you feel that I'm not doing a good enough job for you, you can fire me.
So
okay? With
I feel like it's
no-
too good to be true, right? Because, I mean, fire anytime. Is there money that I gotta owe, or?
There's no financial repercussions.
Okay.
It's totally free, cancellation policy.
Okay.
Okay. And again, the reason why we offer this is because we're backing up the job and our performance.
Okay.
And we can almost guarantee that we're going to do a perfect job for you throughout
Okay,
this
that's
process.
great. That's a lot of confidence, Ed.
Now, now, as far as communication goes, Rafi, we always like to err on the side of being overly communicative.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because no one likes to be ignored, right? If you're trying to find out information and you can't get a hold of an agent, how frustrating could that be,
Yeah.
right? Very frustrating. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call you each and every week, okay, with updates. We're going to discuss, you know, things going on in your neighborhood, the market trends, so you know what's going on, if prices are going up, if they're going down,
Okay.
you know, what kind of inventory is moving. And also, I'm going to share with you firsthand feedback from every showing as soon as the showings are done.
Okay.
And I'm going to be able to do that because I'm going to be there at each and every showing. Okay, we're not the type of agent to just put it on a lockbox. We're going to actually physically be
You know,
there.
actually accompany every single show.
Every single showing. And that's kind of the beauty of the team, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Now, you can take my word for it, right? Or you can, you know, hear what our clients have to say. You know, they're some of our biggest advocates. In fact, we have over 500 Zillow and Google reviews. And so what I would do is I would encourage you, if you have a moment, to go on there and see what our clients have to say about us, okay? Because it's going to give you a good idea of what you can expect when you work with our team.
Okay.
Now, Rafe, when you hire me as your agent, if I do a good job for you, can I also count on you for a 5-star review?
Of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
Great. Sorry, guys.
While it is. Okay.
Now, let's talk about our unique team selling system.
Okay.
Okay? Now, there's 2 ways to sell real estate. Okay? You could be a solo agent, or you can sell real estate as a team. Now, either way is fine. There's nothing wrong with either way. But the problem is, as a solo agent, you have so many things you have to do throughout the transaction in just the course of the job, right? You're doing showings, you have to do your own marketing, you have paperwork, admin work, and you also have to prospect for new business. All of these things can be overwhelming to one agent, and it keeps them in this constant juggling act.
Okay.
And at some point, they're going to drop the ball, and that ball is going to be your home. So what we've done is we created a team approach, okay? And this is the preferred method of how most businesses, you know, interact with their clients.
Okay.
And with this team approach, what it's going to do, one, it's going to give you the benefit of not just having me as your agent, but you're going to have the strength of 28 agents that I have on my team, all working for you to help get your home sold.
Wow.
How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have 28 people selling my house?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Now, the benefit, right, is that I'll never run out of time for you, okay? Because I'm not going to be wasting my time with meaningless tasks that I have to do that the average, excuse me, real estate agent has to do.
Okay.
I'm going to be able to focus on the most important thing, and that's getting your home sold.
That sounds great to me. It's awesome.
So again, you know, when you hire the Kamar Group, you're getting over 50 years of combined real estate experience, and with hundreds and hundreds of successful transactions under our belt. The result is we're able to outperform our competition, okay? We're able to sell more homes than our competition. We're averaging somewhere around 200 homes a year, whereas the average agent is only selling between 4 and 10 homes.
Wow, okay.
Aside from that, we're getting our sellers 4% more on each listing that we sell. And if that wasn't enough, Rafi, we're selling our homes almost 3 times faster than the average agent.
And these are stats in my area, Ed?
Absolutely.
Specifically?
I can bring those and show you those stats.
Okay.
Sorry. Now let's talk about our exclusive marketing system. Most agents, when they list your home, they don't do anything exclusive, right? All they do is put it on the multiple listing service, we call it MLS.
Okay.
They put a lockbox on your door, and a lot of times they don't even show it themselves, you know. Remember when I told you there's over 40,000 realtors in the city? Well, a large portion of those realtors are not even full-time agents. They're working part-time, they have full-time jobs, and they're doing it sporadically. So just think if you had someone who was representing you who's not doing it full-time, the type of response you would get,
Right.
you know. It could be pretty frustrating, right? But when you work with us, me and my team, we have 16 key systems that are activated as soon as we list your home, okay?
Okay.
It's pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So I'm gonna go over those systems with you
Okay.
tonight. Let's talk about our 2 phases to our marketing. Let's start there, okay? Our first phase is where we have our pre-market, off-market, private listing, all of those terms kind of get jumbled into our first phase, right?
Okay.
And that's when we're going to be able to market your property privately, off-market, and attract buyers without the masses getting access to it. Now the benefits, the 3 benefits to doing that is that we're able to sell your home with less hassle, okay, and for top dollar. The reason why I say that is because when we sell it in the private market, we're only using a facade shot to start off with, right?
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about decluttering and all that stuff. We can make it really quick and easy for you. And we're gonna get top dollar because a lot of times what happens is when these properties hit the private market, the agents who are sending these properties to their clients, they know that once it goes public, then they're gonna be in a bidding war with
Okay.
other agents in most cases. So their buyers are willing to pay a premium in order to avoid that situation.
Okay, but I do need to move my property quickly, Ed. I don't have too much time, so how long would this private
The good thing about
off-market-
the private off-market is that it's totally up to you.
Okay.
We don't have to implement this strategy any longer than we have to.
Okay.
And honestly, we don't even have to use it. This is a tool that we use to generate, basically, to build momentum
Okay.
and also test the price. So let's say you wanted to push the price a little bit aggressively. If we put it directly to the MLS, what's going to happen? Everyone who has public knowledge or record is going to be able to see the price change, and it's going to reflect negatively on your
Okay.
property. By us marketing it in the private market, we're able to do so without having that, you know, negative report.
So
come out.
that's not public then, you're saying?
It won't be public
Okay.
information.
Okay.
So that's a key benefit to our marketing strategy because once we go live, we're going to have to make sure our pricing is 100% accurate and there's no room for error.
Okay, I was gonna get the place painted, so maybe we can do it for about 5 days or so, if that's okay.
That sounds good.
Fantastic.
Another way we're going to pre-market it is on our Compass website, okay? And the beautiful thing about our Compass website is that every Compass agent, even internationally, is going to have access to your listing before other agents and brokers from agents from other brokerages get a chance to view your listing.
Okay.
Now, there's some great little tools that we have in our tool belt with our agency Compass. One is our Compass Concierge. And the good thing about Compass Concierge is, just say if you wanted to stage your home, or if there was a couple little renovations you mentioned you wanted to do some painting, well, this is a perfect program. Let's say you didn't want to spend the extra money, or you didn't have the extra money until closing. Well, this program is going to allow you to get a hassle-free, zero upfront cost, and then with no interest, and then we would just pay it out at closing to cover that for you.
Okay, that's great. So I can paint the entire
If you
place,
wanted to change your cabinets, your countertops, we can incorporate that or do something like that, and I can talk a little bit more about the details of that program.
Okay.
But it's a good option for you if it's something that you needed. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Now, the main purpose of you hiring me as your agent is because you want me to bring you buyers, right? That's my job, right? I have one job to do, and that's to bring you a buyer for your home. Well, with all the programs and the consumer programs that we have and what I'm going to go through with you, I'm going to show you how we have the buyers and how we're going to be able to create the most demand for your property, okay?
Good.
Now, when we list your property off market, what we're going to do is we're going to market it to all of our buyers that we already have in waiting, okay? We have currently over 30,000 buyers in our database, okay? I brought this for you. Check this out. Look at all this. These are all the buyers we're currently working with.
Okay.
All right. These are my personal buyers. Okay. So, believe me,
Those are people that are looking in this area?
These are people looking in all different areas.
Okay.
And the good thing about my team is we have a team of, like I said, 28 agents. Yeah. Every Monday we meet and we discuss all of our new listings, and we match our current buyers that are working in our pipeline with those new listings. So like I said, you're going to get a team of 28 agents working to sell your home.
Sounds great.
This is just an example of a listing that I had, a client, and actually had a buyer in waiting for him, so I was able to match the home with the buyer even before we hit the open market. So we're going to create all these ads. We're going to do off-marketing on all of the social media platforms, on our Kamar Group branded website. We're going to market your home there. We're going to create unbranded ads for your property. The beautiful thing about our unbranded ads is they fly below the radar. And the reason why is because a lot of times when you see an ad online, if you see something more specific, you might be interested in it, you might not. But if we create an ad that says, hot list of off-market properties under $500,000 in Roscoe Village neighborhood, people are going to click on it and they're going to be interested to know about those properties that other people don't have access to.
Okay.
So this is how we're going to keep bringing in new buyers and direct them towards your property.
So where are these ads running? Online, social media?
You were running them online, social
Okay.
media. Yep. Now, when you work with us, because we're a top producing team, we also have the benefit of the Top Agent Network, which is another resource that we use. Okay. And because all of us that have been in the business have built good relationships with other agents from other brokerages, we're going to be able to network with them and help, and they're going to help us also sell your home using our networking.
Okay.
You know, real estate, you think it's all about competition and we're always competing against other agents, but it's important to build good relationships. And we've done that over the years by the deals that we've done. Agents that work with us, they know that if they bring their buyer to one of our listings, they're going to have a smooth transaction. And that's the most important thing that they know. So that's why they prefer to work with us as opposed to other agents.
Okay.
Now, we're doing all this in phase one, right? This is all our pre-marketing. Now, as we start to move into phase two, we're getting ready for the MLS. Before we go on the MLS, we're going to give you interior coaching, okay? We're going to give you tips on staging, decluttering, and anything else that we need to make sure that your home is showcased perfectly.
Okay.
And also, if there's any professional referrals that we need to refer to you, we're going to make sure that we supervise that work and that it's done properly.
Okay. Sounds good.
So once the house and everything is prepared, we're going to bring in our camera crew. And then what we do is strategically list the home midweek. Okay, so I'm going to list the home on a Wednesday.
Okay.
That's when it's going to go live. And we're going to hold off on showings until that Saturday or that Sunday. And then we're going to do a jam-packed open house for 1 or 2 hours. Okay, and that way we're going to cram in all those buyers at the same time. You know why we're going to do that?
No.
Well, just like anything, anytime you see where there's a lot of people, it makes you more interested, one, and it also gets them to, you know, as you say, shit or get off the pot, right?
Okay.
So, you know, they're not going to drag their feet. If they see that there's other people interested, they're going to be more inclined to want to
create some sense of urgency then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to do a virtual tour. We're going to create that for your home. This is just an example of a listing that was on the market for 150 days, okay? As you see, it doesn't really show well. Photos are pretty poor. Now, that listing was canceled. When I took over the listing, I came in with my professional photography. We did some virtual staging, and the home sold in 5 days.
Wow.
Pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, that's great.
So your buyers are going to come from a lot of different areas. We're going to make sure that the next owner of your home could come from searching for properties anywhere. And that's why I'm going to prepare predictive marketing with a multifaceted marketing plan to ensure that your listing is seen by each and every prospect. Okay? Now we do the typical traditional open houses, and they work great. You know, we get a lot of clients and buyers coming in from them. The problem is that sometimes there's always a little apprehension from a small percentage of buyers, because they know when they go to the open house, they're going to have to talk to the agent, and some people don't want to be hounded by a salesperson, right? So they assume that probably rather not go. So what we've done is we created what we call an everyday open house. And what that is innovative signage that a buyer can get 24-hour access 7 days a week to get information on your property. They can do virtual tours and they get a full tour and description of the property anytime they want using that QR code.
Okay.
Now, again, we're going to get syndicated once it's on the MLS. It's going to go out to all the major websites, all the brokerages, hundreds and hundreds of different websites. So there's not one place that your home won't be listed or seen once we're live on the MLS.
Sounds good.
Now, did you know that 68% of buyers need to sell?
Did not know that.
Yeah. And because of that, it causes a little reluctancy. Because if you have a home that you need to sell in order to buy, obviously they're pulling out equity and they're using that money to purchase.
Makes sense.
So if they can't purchase the new home, then if they can't sell the old home, they can't purchase a new home, and vice versa, right?
Okay.
So we're able to lock in on 100% of those buyers. So what we have with Compass is called our bridge loan services, okay? And this is something pretty unique that our brokerage offers. So that way, it gives basically homeowners the power to make an offer on your home without waiting to sell their existing home. How cool is that?
Yeah, so no other brokerage does that?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And you said 66% buyers will have to sell as well?
68%.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great.
So when you work with me, Rafa, you're going to be able to tap into all of those buyers. You're not going to be limited. And again, like I said, whoever can create the most demand is the one that's going to get you the highest price and sell your home. Okay? And this is how we're creating demand. We have different programs that we're offering that's going to generate more buyers. And with more prospects, we can position your home to sell faster and for more money.
Great.
The benefit to you is that you're going to get an offer on your home that's not contingent on another sale of another property. Okay? And we're going to also expose your home to highly pre-qualified and interested buyers. Have you ever heard of a reverse offer system?
I have not.
It's something really unique that we do, okay? And, I guess I can compare it to, if you ever go into any type of store or car dealership and, maybe you're interested, and then you ask the salesperson the price of the item, and maybe it was just a little too much for you, and so you walk out. Now, a good salesperson, what are they going to do? They're going to probably chase after you and say, hey, if we can do better on the price, would you be interested in purchasing?
Okay.
Right. Now, we're in a market where negotiations, everybody kind of knows you can negotiate. But sometimes there's a case where maybe the buyer might feel like they would insult you because they're offering a lower price than what the home is worth, right? Because they feel like the home is of that value, but they just don't have, it's just not in their budget, right?
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna proactively call up those agents, and we're going to make them an offer instead of waiting for them to make us an offer, okay?
Okay.
And we'll discuss a price point that works for you. So maybe it'll be a slight discount from the list price, but it'll be a way for us to engage buyers and get the conversation started so that we can get the offers coming in. Sound good?
So how does that work? How would you make an offer to them?
So let's say if we had a buyer that comes and tours, and the agent tells me, yeah, they love the house, but they just maybe decided on another one, or whatever, however the conversation left. Like I said, we'll come up with a price. Maybe it's a $5,000 price reduction.
Okay, so you'll go ahead.
Yeah, we'll agree upon a price before I make the offer, and then I'll at least have your permission to negotiate on your behalf.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, this is one of my favorite programs that we have. Okay, it's our exclusive buyer trade-up program. Okay. Now, with this program, we offer it to all of our past clients. So, for example, if a past client has purchased a property with us, we'll basically offer to sell their home for free if they buy one of our new listings. And this is a very exclusive program. A lot of agents don't think outside the box like we do. The only fee they would have to pay would obviously be the buyers, the agent that brings them the buyer.
Okay.
Okay. And this builds loyalty. So we have buyers that we worked with in the past that are constantly calling us, asking us about new listings that we have, because they know that they can take advantage of this program. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How many times have you done that? The trade up?
I've only done it once.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, it's available to our buyers,
Got it.
and it's a good tool, again, to have in our tool belt.
Makes sense.
So, I know this might sound crazy, Rafi, but as you see everything that we do to bring in buyers, it's almost like I've been looking for a buyer for your home before we even met today.
Yes. Sounds like that.
Now, based on everything that we discussed today, can you see the way we can create the most demand to get top dollar to sell your home?
Yeah, I will say that I've not heard of most of these programs ever before. So, and I'm a first-time seller, so it's pretty cool that you're gonna cover all sort of aspects of the sale. So, yeah, this makes sense. I do have to interview one more person, though, Ed.
Okay.
But
If we can agree on the price and the numbers make sense, because obviously you're not going to do anything that doesn't make sense,
right.
would you let me handle the sale of your property?
If you can tell me that the price, you can match that and there's no cancellation fees, then I think I'll be comfortable to move forward.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go over the comps.
Okay?
We'll go over the numbers. And like I said, if it makes sense, we can put a deal together. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right.
Was that awesome or what?